Baltimore Orioles versus Philadelphia Phillies. On Wednesday, the Baltimore Orioles will play the Philadelphia Phillies at Citizens Bank Park, and this is the first series of the season between these MLB interleague opponents. The Phillies lead the series 6-4 over the last 10 matchups, and the under was 5-4-1 in those 10 games. Baltimore 51-62 SU, 54-59 RL, and 50-58-5 OU lost 2 of 3 to Chicago, NL in its previous series. The Orioles are 6-4 in their last 10 games. The over was 5-4-1. The O's will start left-hander Trevor Rogers tomorrow against Philadelphia. In his last outing, the 27-year-old surrendered 1 run and 4 hits with 8 strikeouts in 8 frames versus the Cubs. He is 4-2 with a 1.44 ERA and 0.75 WHIP in 9 starts, 56.1 IP, including 2-1 with a 2.08 ERA and 0.95 WHIP in 6 road starts, 34.2 innings pitched. Baltimore hoped to advance much further this postseason after squandering a terrific regular season with a quick exit in the playoffs. But the first half didn't go as planned, 43-52 record. The Orioles pitching staff has taken a step back with Corbin Burns gone and Grayson Rodriguez on the IL, posting a 4.90 ERA. The O's lineup is talented, but has only produced 4.3 runs per game, 15th. Philadelphia, 64-48 SU, 57-55 RL, and 50-57-5 OU, won 2 of 3 against Detroit in its previous series. The Phillies are 6-4 in their last 10 games. The over was 6-2-2, showing a balanced mix of timely hitting and dependable pitching during this stretch. Philly is turning to lefty Ranger Suarez on Wednesday against Baltimore. In his last outing, the 29-year-old surrendered 3 runs and 4 hits with 5 Ks in 7 innings against the Tigers. He is 8-4 with a 2.68 ERA and 1.13 WHIP in 16 starts, 100.2 IP this year, including 3-1 with a 4.11 ERA and 1.30 WHIP in 8 starts, 46.0 IP at Citizens Bank Park, where his command has occasionally wavered against patient lineups. The Mets garnered more off-season hype, but bettors can't overlook the Phillies. They have one of the best lineups in MBL, with all-stars littered on the field. The Phillies have been tough to beat at home, compiling a 36-20 record, but winning hasn't been as easy on the road, 28-28. Their offensive depth allows them to score in a variety of ways, from power hitting to manufacturing runs with speed and situational hitting. The starting rotation has also been a steady force, particularly in home games where they've received strong support from the bullpen. If they can translate that consistency to their road performances, the Phillies could become an even more dangerous postseason contender. Suarez has been noticeably less effective at home this season, pitching to a 4.11 ERA at Citizens Bank Park over 8 starts compared to a stellar 1.48 ERA in 8 road outings. His day-night splits reveal a similar drop-off, as he's posted a 3.77 ERA and a .275 opponent batting average during day games, 8 starts, versus a 1.79 ERA and .190 opponent BA under the lights, 8 starts. Those numbers suggest he's far more hittable in the afternoon, particularly when his command wavers early. Backing him up is an ineffective Philadelphia bullpen that ranks 24th in ERA and has been prone to late-inning collapses, allowing opponents to chip away or blow games open. Baltimore's lineup, which has shown patience and the ability to punish mistakes, should have ample opportunities to put runs on the scoreboard tomorrow afternoon, both against Suarez in the middle innings and against a relief corps that struggles to close out tight games. If the Orioles can extend at-bats and force a high pitch count early, they could set themselves up for a big offensive day. As I mentioned in the side prediction, Rogers has been a mess against the Phillies, taking the loss in 5 of his last 8 outings against them. The other 3 were no decisions. While he has been more effective overall this season, Philadelphia has consistently found ways to get to him. whether by working deep counts or capitalizing on mistakes up in the zone. I also have an inkling that the Phillies' bats are waking up after Monday's explosive 13-run, 13-hit performance, which saw production from top to bottom in the order. Their ability to string together hits and generate runs in bunches could spell trouble for Rogers, especially if he can't get ahead in the count. Adding to the case for a high-scoring game, Baltimore's bullpen has been unreliable, ranking 25th in ERA and struggling to shut the door in late innings. That weakness becomes even more glaring in a hitter-friendly park like Citizens Bank Park, where fly balls have a way of finding the seats. With Philadelphia in rhythm offensively and Baltimore prone to bullpen meltdowns, I like the over in Wednesday's Orioles versus Phillies interleague clash in Philly. After analyzing both teams, my pick for this match is Phillies cover run line. Drop your thoughts and predictions in the comments box. Cincinnati Reds versus Chicago Cubs. Cincinnati, 59-54, will be going for the series win when they visit Wrigley Field on Wednesday afternoon to face Chicago, 65-47, in the final game of their three-game series. Andrew Abbott, 8-1, 2.15 ERA, will get the start for the Reds. The Cubs will counter with Cade Horton, 5-3, 3.42 ERA. Chicago is 6-4 in its last 10 games against Cincinnati. The Reds are playing well at the moment, and they've won 2 of their last 3 games. They are 4th in the NL wild card standings, 3 games behind the Padres, who are in the final NL wild card spot. They will try to keep the momentum going and cut into San Diego's lead with a win on Wednesday. Cincinnati averages 4.56 runs per game, which is 10th in the league. Their .247 batting average is 16th in the league. Their .321 on base percentage is 10th, while their .393 slugging percentage is 20th. Elly De La Cruz has been the most consistent batter for the Reds. He leads the team with a .282 batting average, 19 home runs, and 73 RBI. Cincinnati is giving up 4.20 runs per game, which is 14th in the league. Opponents have a 235 batting average against the Reds, which is 6th in the league. Their 3.89 ERA is 15th, while their 1.24 WHIP is 11th. In his last start, Abbott gave up 5 hits and 3 runs in 5.1 innings, leading to a 12-11 loss to Atlanta. He is 3-0 with a 2.30 ERA in 5 games against Chicago. The Cubs followed up their win over Baltimore with a loss to the Reds in the first game of this series, giving them 3 wins in their last 5 games. They are second in the NL Central, 3 games behind the Brewers, and they lead the NL wildcard race with a 3.5-game lead over the Mets. They will try to cut into Milwaukee's lead and increase their lead in the wildcard standings with a win on Wednesday. Chicago averages 5.19 runs per game, which leads the league. Their .255 batting average is 4th in the league. Their .324 on base percentage is 7th, while their .441 slugging percentage is 2nd. Nico Herner leads Chicago with a .292 batting average. Pete Crow Armstrong leads the team with 27 home runs, while Seiya Suzuki leads the team with 82 RBI. Chicago is giving up 4.18 runs per game, which is 12th in the league. Opponents have a .246 batting average against the Cubs, which is 20th in the league. Their 3.92 ERA is 16th, while their 1.23 WHIP is 6th. In his last start, Horton gave up 2 hits and no runs in 5 innings, leading to a 1-0 win over Baltimore. The Reds played under the total in their last 3 games, while the Cubs played under the total in 3 of their last 4 games. Cincinnati averages 4.56 runs per game and averaged 2.67 runs per game in their last 3 games. They're batting .255 against right-handers, and they're facing a starter who didn't give up a run in his last 3 home starts. The Cubs average 5.19 runs per game and average 3.33 runs per game in their last 3 games. They're batting .250 against right-handers, and they're facing a starter who gave up 7 runs in his last 3 road starts. Don't expect these teams to score enough runs to push the score over the total. The Cubs and Reds played under the total in 3 of their last 4 meetings, and recent offensive trends suggest another low-scoring matchup is likely. The Cubs have won 3 of their last 5 games, while the Reds have won 2 of their last 3 games. Chicago has the edge here because they've had a lot of success batting against left-handers, and they're going up against Abbott, who was shaky on the mound in recent starts, especially on the road, where he gave up 7 runs in his last 3 starts. Chicago's lineup has been particularly dangerous early in games against southpaws, often building quick leads that put pressure on opposing bullpens. With Cincinnati's bullpen struggling and ranking near the bottom of the league in ERA over the past 2 weeks, they will have a hard time slowing down the Cubs, especially if Abbott can't provide length and keep traffic off the bases in the early innings. Scoring will be a problem for the Reds because Horton has been dominant on the mound in recent starts and didn't give up a run in his last 3 starts. He also didn't give up a run in his last 3 home starts, so expect him to keep Cincinnati's offense in check. Horton has shown excellent command of all his pitches, limiting walks and consistently getting ahead in counts, which forces hitters into defensive swings. His fastball has late life, and his breaking ball has generated plenty of swings and misses, particularly against right-handed batters. With the Reds already struggling to produce runs on the road, Horton's current form makes it likely that their scoring opportunities will be scarce. After analyzing both teams, my pick for this match is Chicago Cubs ML. Drop your thoughts and predictions in the comments box. St. Louis Cardinals versus Los Angeles Dodgers. The St. Louis Cardinals face the Los Angeles Dodgers, with both teams looking to end this series strong. The Cardinals have a 57-58 record and have hovered around the .500 mark all season, while the Dodgers are 66-48 and have the best record in the National League West Division. The Cardinals are hovering around the .500 mark and look to turn a corner to make a push in the wild card race. Matthew Liberatore will start the upcoming game, and he looks to improve on a rough season as he's allowed 54 runs in 109 innings pitched. In addition, with a .273 expected opponent batting average, a 20.7 whiff rate, and a 4.35 expected ERA, opponents are making contact and putting together strong plate appearances against Liberatore to easily drive in runs. Liberatore has struggled, but the lineup has disappointed as well, scoring only 4.37 runs per game. Ivan Herrera is slashing .310/.389/491 with 10 home runs and 106 total bases, while Wilson Contreras and Brendan Donovan have added 16 home runs and 338 total bases, but the rest of the batting order has struggled. Only 3 active batters have an OPS plus over 100, and opposing pitchers can limit the top-heavy lineup as a result. The Dodgers are having a great season and look to pull away with the division. Shohei Ohtani will start the upcoming game, and he looks to build on a great season as he's allowed only 4 runs in 15 innings pitched, while tossing 17 strikeouts. Moreover, with a 231 expected opponent batting average, a 317 expected opponent slugging percentage, and a 2.79 expected ERA, opponents are making minimal contact and struggling to drive in runs against Ohtani this season. Ohtani has stepped up on the mound, but the lineup has carried the Dodgers this season, scoring 5.12 runs per game. Shohei Ohtani is slashing .274/378/600 with 38 home runs and 261 total bases, while Will Smith is slashing .321.420.536 with 14 home runs and 157 total bases. The rest of the lineup has been great as well, providing depth and power in nearly every spot. Freddie Freeman is slashing .305/375/491 with 13 home runs and 185 total bases, while Max Muncy and Andy Pages have added 32 home runs and 305 total bases to round out the lineup. This balance has made Los Angeles one of the most dangerous offenses in baseball, capable of wearing down opposing pitchers through patient at-bats, power to all fields, and the ability to string together multi-run innings in a hurry. The Dodgers are led by their powerful lineup, and I see this game turning into a high-scoring affair right from the first pitch. The Cardinals should be able to plate base runners with Ivan Herrera, Brendan Donovan, and the rest of the order making solid contact, working the count, and putting together quality plate appearances to generate scoring chances. Los Angeles, which averages 5.12 runs per game, should have no trouble running up the score against Matthew Liberatore, who has surrendered 54 runs in 109 innings pitched and has been vulnerable to big innings when facing elite lineups. With Shohei Ohtani, Will Smith, Freddie Freeman, and the rest of the Dodgers hitters swinging aggressively and looking to drive the ball into the gaps or over the fence, this offense is built to capitalize on mistakes. Both teams have hitters capable of stringing together rallies, and with neither starting pitcher projected to dominate, the potential for crooked numbers in multiple innings is high. The over should be well within reach in a game where both lineups step up and deliver plenty of offense. The Dodgers are having a great season, and with Ohtani on the mound, I see them dominating this one at home. Los Angeles has been one of the most complete teams in baseball, combining elite pitching with a deep and dangerous batting order. The Dodgers should constantly plate base runners with Shohei Ohtani, Will Smith, and the rest of the lineup making consistent contact, working counts, and putting together strong plate appearances to wear down the Cardinals' pitching staff. Offensively, they've thrived at home, and this matchup presents another opportunity to pile on runs. On the mound, Ohtani has allowed only 4 runs in 15 innings pitched, showing both swing and miss stuff and the ability to limit hard contact. His electric fastball and devastating splitter should keep the Cardinals' lineup, which averages only 4.37 runs per game, off balance all night. Multiple scoreless innings from Ohtani should allow the Dodgers bullpen, which has been steady in late-game situations, to close out the contest with ease. Given the offensive firepower and clear edge on the mound, the Dodgers should not only win this game, but also cover the spread in what projects to be a dominant home performance. After analyzing both teams, my pick for this match is Dodgers minus 1.5. Drop your thoughts and predictions in the comments box. Milwaukee Brewers versus Atlanta Braves. It's a quality matchup in the National League on Wednesday, August 6. The Brewers hold the best record in baseball as they are ahead of the Cubs by a few games in the National League Central Division. The Braves are well below 500 and they are in 4th place in the National League East Division. Milwaukee is set to start Jose Quintana while the Braves turn the ball over to Spencer Strider. Milwaukee is 69-44 overall this season. They are in 1st place in the National League Central by 4 games over the Cubs. The Brewers also hold the best record in baseball by 3.5 games over Toronto. Milwaukee has a 33-24 record when playing on the road this season. They have won 5 straight games. The Brewers have also won 20 of their last 24 games entering Wednesday. In their last game, the Brewers defeated the Braves 7-2 on the road on Tuesday, August 5. On Wednesday, Jose Quintana starts for the Brewers. The left-handed pitcher is 8-4 with a 3.50 ERA in 16 starts this year. His last start came against the Nationals on August 1. He threw 5 innings and he allowed 2 runs and 6 hits in a 16-9 win. Milwaukee is 11-5 when Quintana has pitched this season. Quintana has a 2.49 ERA in 9 starts on the road this year. The Brewers are hitting .256 this season, which ranks 3rd best in the league. They have scored the 5th most runs, while they also rank 7th in hits. Milwaukee ranks 22nd in home runs hit, while they have also struck out the 9th fewest times. The Brewers are hitting .275 when playing on the road this season. They have a .302 batting average since the All-Star break. The Brewers are also hitting .284 against the National League East. Atlanta is .4765 overall this season. They are in 4th place in the National League East Division. The Braves are 17.5 games back of the Phillies for first in the division. They are also 14.5 games back of a wild card spot. They have a 26-28 home record as they have lost 10 of their last 13 games. They are coming off of a 7-2 loss to the Brewers on Tuesday, August 5. Spencer Strider starts for the Braves against the Brewers on Wednesday. The right-handed pitcher is 5-8 with a 3.71 ERA in 14 starts. In his last start, Strider threw 5 innings against the Royals on July 28th. He allowed 2 runs and 7 hits in a 10-7 win. The Braves are 5-9 when Strider has started. He has a 3.07 ERA in 7 starts at home, where his strikeout rate has been notably higher, giving Atlanta hope for a strong outing. Atlanta is hitting .242 this season, which ranks 21st in the league. They have scored the 6th fewest times in the league. The Braves rank 20th in hits, while they also rank 18th in home runs. They are hitting .251 at home this year and .234 since the All-Star break, showing a clear decline in production that has put additional pressure on their pitching staff to keep games close. A low-scoring game is going to be had in Wednesday's matchup between the Brewers and the Braves. The Brewers are starting Jose Quintana, who has a 2.49 ERA on the road this year, consistently keeping opposing hitters off balance with his changeup and cutter. Spencer Strider has also been good for the Braves at home, with his 3.07 home ERA, using his high-velocity fastball to dominate right-handed hitters. I don't expect Atlanta scoring many runs with their .234 batting average since the break. They have also scored the 6th fewest runs in the league, struggling to sustain rallies and often relying on solo home runs for offense. With both pitchers in strong form and neither lineup showing much explosiveness lately, this matchup sets up well for a pitcher's duel. The Brewers are the best team in the sport at the moment, and their success is well-deserved. They are excelling in all facets of the game, hitting and pitching at an elite level while also performing strongly on the road. These are the keys to sustained success, and it should continue on Wednesday night as they aim to sweep Atlanta in 3 games. Milwaukee holds an above .500 record away from home, while the Braves have struggled inside their own ballpark, sitting under .500. Atlanta is just 5-9 in games started by Spencer Strider, a surprising mark given his talent, and their offense has been sluggish, hitting only .234 since the All-Star break while losing 10 of their last 13 games. In contrast, the Brewers have been red-hot, batting .302 as a team over the same stretch, and consistently putting pressure on opposing pitchers. Jose Quintana gets the start for Milwaukee, and he's been fantastic on the road with a 2.49 ERA, showing poise in high-leverage situations and keeping the ball in the park. With the Brewers' current form and Atlanta's ongoing slump, Milwaukee is well-positioned to secure another win and complete the sweep. After analyzing both teams, my pick for this match is Milwaukee Brewers -1.5. Drop your thoughts and predictions in the comments box.